Greetings one and all, welcome back to the Easy and Delicious Kitchen. So yeah, some of you might have seen a little while ago, or a short while ago, I made a attempt, my first attempt ever at making a vegan burger. And overall I was quite happy with the results. If you saw that, taste wise, it was good. But I decided to have another go and just try and get it to sort of form up a bit better. So I've had a few ideas, a few suggestions from a few people, a bit more reading, so I won't go through the whole mixing it all up again like type video, because it'll just be repeating the last one. I'll just put a link to that up on the screen if you didn't see that and you want to watch the pulsing up, but I'll just quickly run through what ingredients I've got here. So I've got about, just in my little processor here, which I'll whiz up, I've got about 100 grams of shredded beetroot, carrot and broccoli sort of stalks, and I've also got about 100 grams of little mushrooms that I've sort of just chopped up. I've got one onion here that I've grated and then sort of put in a tea cloth and squeezed a lot of the moisture out of it. I've got about 75 grams of walnuts, chopped walnuts there, a couple of cloves of garlic. I've got 3 dried tomatoes that I actually made them myself and I'll chop them up a little bit, they'll be going in the processor. So all these ingredients will eventually be going in the processor that I'm showing you at the moment. I've just got some tomato paste, there'll be a tablespoon of that, and I've got about half a tablespoon of chili flakes and smoked paprika. So like I say, all that'll be going in my little processor. I've just got to do it in stages, just because my processor's so small, but they're the ingredients to be processed. Now the one extra ingredient that I've got here that I hope is going to make all the difference is I've got some chia seeds that I've been soaking in water. So I read in a recipe 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to 2.5 tablespoons of water makes 1 egg. So I've doubled that. I've got 2 tablespoons of chia seeds and 5 tablespoons of water, and it's gone sort of glutinous and yeah, a bit like the consistency of an egg white there. So we'll see how that goes. That's one of my cures. Now after that's all whizzed up, I'll be putting it in a bowl and then I'll be mixing in some split red lentils. That's 3/4 of a cup there that I've just parboiled, not made mushy, but yeah, it's cooked. And in this one I've got half a cup. Now last time you might have remembered I used coconut flour, so I've got another suggestion off one of my subscribers, Melissa, thank you, to try a bit of tapioca flour. So that's going to be going into, so these 2 things, yeah, I'll be mixing in just with a spoon as opposed to in the processor with everything else. Alright, I'll get on with that and I'll get back to you. Alrighty guys, so I've whizzed up all those ingredients that I sort of showed you there. The only thing I need to add to what I told you before I started, I only used half the amount of those chia seeds. So I'd had 2 tablespoons soaking, I only needed like half that, so the 1 tablespoon. I didn't quite realise how much it would swell up, so that was plenty. I hope it's going to be plenty to hold it together. And the other thing, I did have to add a little bit of coconut oil to get the mix sort of on its way, so hopefully it hasn't made it too sloppy. But now to that I'm going to add our par-cooked lentils and also our half a cup of tapioca flour. And then I'll get to mixing that all up just with a spoon, and then I'll make my patties and I'll get back to you. Alrighty guys, so I've made up my patties here. So I've got 4 sort of, well, a couple I've made sort of large. This one in particular, I've made it sort of whopper size. This one's a little bit smaller, a bit bigger than a cheeseburger. So I'm just, like I said, sort of in the previous video, I'm just sort of experimenting with all this at the moment. But just in the interest of letting you know what's going into these things, that mixture, even after I added that flour and lentils, was still too wet. So I did actually add some breadcrumbs as well, and I added about a cup, and I read the ingredients on the side of those breadcrumb box just to make sure they were vegan friendly, and I'm 99% sure there were no dairy products or anything like that in those breadcrumbs that went into the production of those breadcrumbs. So if there was, I apologise, and I'm sure you'd be able to find an alternative, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't. Alright, I'm going to put these in the fridge for at least an hour or so. They're looking promising, like, yeah. But yeah, I thought that last time too, so we'll see how we go. Like I say, I'll let them firm up in the fridge, and I might even make a bit of a sauce this time to go with them. I'll get back to you on that. Alright, talk to you soon. So guys, yeah, I've decided I am going to make a bit of a sauce here to go with my burger. Why not? Yeah, just having fun in the kitchen. So I haven't tried this before, so because I'm going for a vegan dish, I'm going for a vegan version of a cheese sauce. So basically it's a substitute cheese sauce. So let's see how we go. I haven't actually made this before. I've sort of just looked at a few different recipes, and sort of this seems to be the one that looks like would appeal to my particular taste. So there's different recipes. There's a zillion of them on the interweb, but this is one I'm going with. So what I've got here is I've got a cup of cashews, unsalted, uncooked. What I have done is I've soaked them overnight in water just to soften them a bit. I'm going to put those in my processor. The processor's getting a good workout today. Obviously, yeah, I've cleaned it from earlier. Now, I don't know how this is going to go. I've got here a couple of pieces of roast sweet potato, and I've cooked it so it's sort of gone a bit soft, and that's good because I want to put in there. I'm not sure if I was actually supposed to char it like this, but I have, so it's going in as well. Now, the main ingredient for this vegan cheese sauce, which most of the recipes include, is this nutritional yeast flakes, and I've got a third of a cup of those. So yeah, that's what they look like. To me they look like, I don't know, maybe something you'd feed your goldfish. Sort of those flaky sort of fish things, but I've tasted it, and it bloody well does taste like cheese. So, and it's got quite a umami sort of yummy sort of flavour. So that's the packet there. See that? There we go. Yeast flakes, nutritional yeast flakes. Last little, oh no, not last thing, but I am just going to add a splash, and just a splash, like about a teaspoon apple cider vinegar. I've got a vegetable stock cube, like that. We'll just crumble that in. And that'll obviously have some salt in it, and I'm going to add a bit more salt. Now, I'm going to whiz this up, and I may need to add a bit of water to give it a sort of sauce consistency. I'll see how it goes first, and then yeah, if I have to add water, no problem. Alrighty guys, so yeah, we're at the moment of truth. I've just got my veggie burgers, patties, whatever you want to call them, out of the fridge. They're yeah, they're feeling really good, really firm, but yeah, once the heat hits them, this is going to be the real test. Things start melting, things like that coconut oil and stuff like that starts melting. But as I say, this is a work in progress. I'm really enjoying experimenting with these flavours and stuff. The mix, obviously I've tasted the mix because you can, because it's safe to do so. It's not meat. The mix is just delicious. So I'm going to cook those. Alrighty guys, so they've been cooking on that side for about 5 minutes, and comes the moment of truth. I'm going to try and flip one. So at least it picked up this time. How can I do this? Like that. Oh, there you go. It is holding together. Don't get too cocky now. Got trying to go yet. Oh, maybe I've cooked it a little bit too long. Got a little bit burnt, but I'm not in the least bit concerned about that. What I'm ecstatic about is they're just flipping over. Like that. Oh my goodness. Alright. I might just get a little bit more olive oil there because it's soaked up a bit of the oil that was in there. Now I'm getting cocky, pushing them around like that, but yeah, looking good. Alrighty, I'll get back to you soon. Alrighty guys, so the quest for the perfect vegan burger continues. So look, I just have to say to start with, and you're just going to have to trust me on this, while these have been cooking, the smell has actually been making me really hungry. They smell yummy. So I don't know, it's an enigma to me. As I've said before, I'm a bona fide card carrying meat eater, but they smell good. So let's get on with making our burger. So I've just got my roll here. I've put a layer of rocket on there. I've said in the past, I like rocket. You put whatever you want on it. I just really love that little sort of hint of pepper it gives. So I'm going to put some tomatoes on top of that. Sliced tomato. And whenever there's salt in that, there's a bit of salt in the burgers, but whenever I have tomatoes, I like a little bit of extra salt. And while I'm at it, let's put some pepper on as well. Now I've got a few little rings of onion, raw onion. You can cook onion, of course. I like a bit of raw onion on my burger, like so. Now, let's grab one of our meat patties. It's hot, but it's holding together lovely. Very happy. I'm a happy chappy, I tell you. Now, and I think this is an equally star attraction, because I've got some of my cheese substitute, which I'm going to just put on top. And obviously I've tasted this and it's absolutely delicious. I'm going to load it up because it's really nice. And I've got heaps left and I'm going to use it on some other things. It's yeah, that's a that's a good recipe in its own right. So let's get the lid on there. you have it. I'll get to tasting it. Alrighty guys, so yeah, I'm going to try this burger. Like I say, the smells that have been coming out of here are delicious. That cheese, substitute cheese, is delicious. The patty mix is delicious. There's nothing I think that can go wrong with this, so I'm just going to try it as a whole. As you can see, I've cut it in half. Man, it looks good. Right, just have a bite. Alright. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a big fake, but that is absolutely to die for delicious. Yum. Oh man, that's good. I'm a bit lost for words because I actually wasn't expecting it to be this good, and it's yeah, I don't know. It's you live and learn. You can make things without meat that are absolutely delicious and tastes as good as any meat burger I've ever had, and I'm not joking about that. So I don't know what else to say. Like, I realise I'm sounding like a big fraud, but it's true. It tastes so good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this. I appreciate it. Appreciate your patience. I know it's gone over 2 sort of videos to try and reach this conclusion, but yeah, if you have watched both, or even if you just watched this one, thanks for watching it. If you've subscribed to the channel, thanks for doing that. If you haven't, think about doing it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do some more sort of experimenting. Still going to cook dishes I like, which are a lot of meat dishes or Southeast Asian dishes, curries, things like that. But yeah, might do a bit more experimenting with this type of cuisine, because I'm genuinely shocked how good it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.